What's up everybody, Noizeeh here from Method's Fortnite team, bringing you another Fortnite video. And in today's video we're going to focus on how you should be playing the circle to maximize your wins. Knowing how to play the circle is going to make you a more consistent player, and it's going to up your win ratio by a lot. To start off the video, I would like to talk about some timings that you guys should be keeping in mind in order to make it to the next circle. This is very important so you don't end up in the storm. So each map square is 250 by 250 meters, and it takes roughly 45 seconds to travel across one square. If you want to cross diagonally, it takes roughly 1 minute to cross a map square. At the start of the game, I just drop to a random location. Sometimes I like to play aggressive when I drop into a city, and sometimes I land in a lesser populated area. When I land, I try to loot my area before the first circle is revealed, and it takes about 1 minute before you see the first circle. So what you're going to see me is just cleaning up this area as fast as I can. Knowing chest spawns, knowing weapon spawns is extremely crucial to optimize your time. Once the first circle is revealed, you have roughly 3 minutes and 20 seconds before the storm starts to push in. As you can see, I'm still not finished with my area, but we have plenty of time. Once I'm finished with looting my area, I quickly look at the map and I make a decision on what kind of rotation I want to make. You do not really want to play the edge at the start of the game. It's extremely bad because people usually flock to the edges or around tilted towers in public games. But my goal right now is just to loot everything on the way to the circle and make it a little bit further in than the edge. Once you make it into the circle, you're most likely going to end up in a fight, and it's your choice to make if you want to take the fight or not. In this case, I do take the fight because I'm an aggressive player. You want to focus on making it into the circle before the storm starts pushing in, and once the storm starts pushing, you roughly have 3 minutes to make the first circle. But as I said at the start of the video, you do not want to play the edge, you want to keep on pushing in a little bit extra. You will stumble across players while you're rotating, and as I said before, it's completely your choice if you want to take the fights or not. The best practice is if you take these fights, because combat is very essential in Fortnite. So I get shot here and I decide to take the fight. Once the storm hits the first zone, you roughly have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to make it into the next area. And I quickly check the map right here whenever the next zone hits, and I see that it pulls north, and I decide to move to the highest high ground. And the highest high ground is close to my marker. It's actually on top of the mountain, because we will get a good overview, and that is the first location that I will be pushing. High ground is always your #1 priority. Make sure to always have a good overview of your areas. Make sure to scout and scan for other potential players. Just running in a straightforward line is never recommended. Try to mix in some random jumps, some random crouches, and just make sure that you spot your enemy before they spot you. So I'm just gonna slowly push the mountain, which is the safe zone, to get that quick overview around the new circle. While I'm pushing up, I also hear a fight going down, and it's always a good opportunity to kill a hurt player to get their loot. So I rotate around, I just try to stay above my opponents. I let them fight out because I have no reason to join the fight just yet. And I see that one of them dies in the kill feed. I try to hit the snipe. He knows that I'm coming in, but he's going to be weakened, and it's 100% worth to push this one. He does hit my shield, but getting this kill was pretty essential because we are at the edge of the zone. Unfortunately, we do not have the high ground right now, but it was worth it, I would say. Another quick tip that I can give you guys is to always be ready to build. just in case of an opponent shooting you. A lot of players panic whenever they get shot. They swing around with their mouse, they jump, they try to hide. Like, just be ready to build a wall right in front of you, because building a wall is your first step towards getting cover. So I find this little build in the safe zone and I decide to just go into it and sit in it for a little while and scout out what people are doing in the safe zone. I see the new circle and I decide to push towards it because I haven't seen any threats around me. And it's 100%, if you know that you can make the circle safely, it's 100% worth the push. Because then the players that are outside the circle have to push towards you, and it's most likely an easy kill. So once I'm in the circle, I try to find a good spot where I can build a small tower, which is a 3x3 that we learned in the previous video. If you haven't seen the previous video, guys, about building, make sure to check that one out. But yeah, we build a 3x3 tower, and we finish off with a door, just so we can escape easily. I see that people are building on the sniper tower and I break my wall a little bit so I can see through it. I see that they're taking a fight and I look for an opportunity to strike. Building walls towards the directions that you can potentially get shot by while you're pressuring a target is extremely good as well. And before, you guys saw that I broke a little bit of my wall so I can see through it. And it's going to allow me to get a quick kill right here. While you're in the circle and you have a good position, make sure to shoot every opponent that is outside of the circle. Don't overpeak though, because that can get you killed. Just make sure that you're safely peeking and pressuring your opponents around you. I see that the next circle is fairly close to me and it's completely acceptable to push in late, but I always prefer getting to the edge at least so I'm safe for the next zone. I like being prepared. I just wait for the next circle to hit, and at this point of the game I just try to figure out where everybody is. There's only 3 players left in the game, and it's really important to know where everybody is so you can plan your plays around that. I see a guy making a rotation around my area, but I decide not to shoot him, because all I really want is for this guy to push the guy sitting in the metal tower. And now I pretty much know where everybody is. I just saw that the guy in the metal tower died. The guy that just ran past me, he's going to push towards the metal tower, and the final guy is going to be northwest of the circle. So right here, I noticed that the guy from northwest actually pushes into the metal tower, and I know that the guy that ran past me earlier didn't push towards the metal tower, so I know where the last 2 players are, and if you look at the map, they're both not in the circle. So I make a run for it, and I make sure that I get a good high ground on my opponents, and we just finish off the game from there, because none of them are in the circle, and they're going to get pressured by me. Thank you all for watching this video. Hit that like button if you enjoyed and you found this video useful. You can find me on twitch.tv/Noizeeh. I try to stream every single day, and I also update on twitter.com/NoizeeRuns. And make sure to subscribe to not miss out on any exciting method content.